Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sentinel Entertainment Extra Beyond the Gates weekly recap, week 45 of the best soap on television. I like at the end when they show previews. That's one thing I like about the show is they show previews for the next week on Fridays, and they're going to have. It looks like they're going to have an episode where the actors sit, in the Dupree living room set and just discuss the first year of the show. It looks like it's going to be pretty. I think that's going to be fun, to watch and see them talk about their first year working on this great show, this groundbreaking show, this show that has tackled some issues that people don't want to hear about. Our country's very divided right now, and I am sure there's a whole group that would never watch this show, and that would never believe that there's African American people that are wealthy. Oh my goodness, they wouldn't want to think that. But let's not get political. The show this week, Danny. It was early in the week. Danny had a dream that Haley and her were eating lunch, which is crazy, at the country club, and Haley pulls out an envelope with the girls' test results, Chelsea and Naomi. And I love it. So you knew it was a dream. I figured it was a dream right away. It was how the show began. I figured it was a dream right away because it was just kind of overboard the way they were both acting. And then when Haley pulls out the test results and the envelope says test results, I was like, yeah, this is a this is a dream. And a little bit of humor there. Test results, written big on the envelope. But that's the kind of thing, think about it. You have weird dreams. So that was one of the things early in the week. Haley then catches Bill hugging Danny in the office. You knew that was happening. I mean, as soon as she hugged him, you knew that Haley was walking in the room. And she gives Bill more poison then. Haley does. I don't know how long this poison's going to go. I mean, she's been giving him to him now for like 5 months. I mean, how about we figure out what's happening here? Is she killing him? Is she going to get caught? What's going on? But she did give him some more poison this week. She of course yells at Danny when she catches her. And then Danny tells her, you don't have to worry about it. I don't want him back. And she leaves. And then Bill and Haley argue. Well, then that's when after, of course, they make it dramatic, like Bill knows that she's poisoning him. But she does then poison him. And of course, he drinks the poison because, he doesn't really think she would poison him. My God. Joey and Bill then meet, and Joey wants Bill to draw up the contracts with his partnership with Leslie in the free clinic that's going to be named after Doug. But the thing is Joey's starting to have a little guilt that he had Doug killed. I don't know if it's guilt so much or knowing that somebody's going to find out. But I think that we're going to have something's going to come out soon. And people are going to start to realize that Doug was killed and not just died, accidentally. I think Anita, she had her first, she had her treatments, and she had side effects after Danny, Cat, and Samantha visited because Samantha wanted to talk about the cotillion with Anita. Vernon told her that she shouldn't have visitors. She wanted to have visitors, but then after the visitors were there, then she started feeling a little dizzy. And they left, and Vernon whisked Anita up to their the bedroom via the elevator at the Dupree estate. I love how they I do like how they mention the luxuries that they have. Sometimes they go a little overboard with stuff, but look, I think I like how this. I love the writing on this show, for one. I think it's great writing. I think the acting is spectacular. This show isn't getting better and more viewers by accident. This show is legitimately building something because it is a good show. It is well written, well directed, well produced, and the acting is spectacular. So there's a reason why this show's doing well. Kat continues to be a complete witch. When Ava tries to be nice to her and say that, she's glad she doesn't have the Bronca gene and all of that. And Kat is just rotten to her and yells at her and says, typical Kat witch, selfish, horrible human being stuff. Because that's what Kat is. Let's face it. Kat is a rotten human being. She is not a nice person. She's a complete witch. And if you want to watch a soap opera where there's a total selfish, self-absorbed witch, Beyond the Gates is the show for you. Because Kat is 100% that. She is not a nice person. So let's, she reiterated that again this week when Ava tried to be nice and then was just completely shot down by the witch Kat. And Kat is a witch. There's no, no, Kat's a witch. Kat's mean to her own family if they don't agree with her. She's rotten. She treats Tomas terrible. She treats him absolutely god-awful. I wish the writers would bring in someone else for Tomas, because Kat's a witch, and they need to, how long is Tomas going to be her whipping boy? Because that's what he is. He's her whipping boy. And, Ava then, after the confrontation with Kat, excuse me. Oh my goodness. You know me, I'm a yawner. I'll yawn. Ava then has lunch with Isaiah. She's kind of rude to him at first, but then she apologizes and he understands why, because she had another confrontation with her evil sister Kat. And Kat is evil. She's evil. She's rotten. I wish it would come out that Kat broke into her room and all of that. It probably never will, but I wish it would come out. Wouldn't it be great to see Kat get in trouble for that? It would be so great. Ted and Shanice nearly have sex on the sofa in Ted's office. And then Shanice tries to cover it up when she goes back out to the nurse's station, and Ashley realizes and says to her, well, your blouse is on inside out. And that was good. That was a good, a little bit of humor there. And then Shanice and Ted make a date for tomorrow on the show. I like Shanice and Ted together. I think they're a very good couple. I really do. I like them together. I think that they're they're good together. They have good chemistry. Better than Nicole. She's so boring. Nicole is so boring. And Carlton's boring too. So they'll go good together, those two. And look, every single bit of entitlement and arrogance that Kat gets, she 100% gets it from Nicole. Okay, she does. So Chelsea gets her results. She does not have the Bronca gene, which is good. Naomi doesn't want to know. But then, after telling Jacob, she will find out eventually. Danny gets to the country club because they're going to have a celebration because Chelsea doesn't have it. And when Danny gets there, she convinces Chelsea or Naomi to check her results. And Naomi turns around, looks at her results. The look on her face, she has it. She has the Bronca gene, but she tells everybody she doesn't. And as the show ends, everybody's celebrating, and the camera's on Naomi. We know Naomi has the gene. So that's how it ended today. I'm sure Jacob's going to be quite upset when he finds out that she has it, but she kept it from everyone. Like I said, Ashley went out with her new man, Grayson. He is, I don't know, I'm not, I don't know. He's not, I usually can tell right away if I'm going to like a character or not. But I think I don't like this guy. And I don't know if it's because I wanted her to get back with Derek because I thought they were a boring couple. But I guess this Grayson character, played by, I'm going to try to say his name, Jordi Villasouza. He was on Guiding Light. He was on Young and the Restless. So he's a soap veteran. It's his fifth soap role. He's been on 5 different soaps. Jeez. So he's been all over the place. He, it doesn't say whether he's on contract. But he's joined the cast. I think in a non-contract role. I'm not sure what's going to happen with this guy. I know Derek says he's given up. He knows that it's over between Ashley and him, but I have a feeling now that Ben Gavin is off contract, that Derek may turn crazy. I feel like we may have a stalker here, a stalker storyline. And Derek ends up being a bad guy because he, he's obsessed with Ashley. And I could see that happening. After he finds out about Ashley and Grayson, he's in the elevator with Grayson, and it's a very odd conversation. And then Ashley's mom, Jan, has lunch with him, and he acts like he knows that he acts like he thinks she knows that Ashley's dating Grayson. And of course she doesn't know. And of course she runs right to the hospital and confronts Ashley about it. So this is of course, Ashley's going to be mad when she finds that out, that Jan found out from Derek. And, she'll probably say some stuff to Derek and, be crappy to Derek. And, that'll probably, I feel like this is a planned thing. That Derek is going to be crazy. I don't know if they had planned on this at the beginning. I think maybe they realized that the chemistry and the two characters together, this is where this is gone. But I'm sensing a stalker storyline here. So we're going to find out if I'm right. But that's what I'm sensing. And I think it would be, we've already had a stalker storyline with Chelsea. But this one could be very interesting if they decide to go down that road with two characters who are non-contract, Grayson and Derek. They could both end up being gone, and Ashley is hard luck again, in romance. And I feel like that's what the character Ashley's going to be. She's going to never have any luck in romance. So, but that's just my feeling on that storyline right now. They did show, like I said, they showed at the end that looks like there's going to be almost like an interview episode where they talk about the show in the first year. I see that Charity Magda has joined us on TikTok. I want you to know we're going to come next Friday to the South Swim Meet and cover it. So we will be there next Friday. But that's just, you want to interact with your people who watch, and let them know you appreciate them, because I do appreciate everybody who watches the show. All of our things that we do. Yes, the senior night is Willoughby South Swim Team Senior Night. We're going to go cover that. Joey Schneider is going to go cover that for the Lake County Sentinel. But getting back to the show, the gates, Beyond the Gates, Fairmount Crest. I'm looking forward to this episode where they sit around and talk. I don't know if that's next week. They usually show previews for next week. But I think that it will be fun to hear the actors talk about and share their experiences about the first year of the show. We know them as their characters, but it'll be fun to see them talk as themselves. And, and I love Clifton Davis. I've been a fan of him since the 70s, and that's my mama. So I can't wait for this episode to see them talk and just, talk about the show. First year, man. First year of the show, Beyond the Gates. It's been a great year. It's soap operas are a way to get away from real life for an hour or whatever you have going on in your life. You watch a soap opera and you get involved in their life, and you can forget about anything if you got negative things going on in your life. So that's why I like soap operas. And Beyond the Gates, almost a year. We will be streaming the Wycliffe bowling match on the Wycliffe bowling page Sunday. Yes, we will, Fisher. Thanks for looking in, Fisher. Fisher Snyder bowls for the Wycliffe Blue Devils bowling team, and he's a very good bowler. He's a freshman. He's very good. So he just asked me if I would be streaming the match on Sunday. they have a bowling a tournament. And yes, we will be streaming it. So, but I think our show today is just about done. There's a lot going on always in Fairmount Crest. New romances with Ashley and with Ted and Shanice and Grayson. I don't know about this guy yet, but and the same things. A lot of the same things we've had since the beginning of the show. And Charity wants to wish Fisher good luck Sunday at the tournament. And that's nice. But we're a year in. We're almost a year in. We got about a month. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. February 24th will be 1 year since Beyond the Gates premiered. And I got back into soap operas. I hadn't watched soap operas in quite a long time. Something I loved when I was young. But I make sure I can watch it every day. If I'm not home at 2:00 local, I'm not sure. If I can get home, then I watch it later that night. And sometimes fast forwarding without the commercials is nice because it's about 39 minutes. But I like watching at 2:00 because I'll be honest, I started to follow The Bold and the Beautiful a little bit. I did watch that when it first came on. So I kind of get home to watch maybe the last 15 minutes of that each day. But Beyond the Gates is great. And, I hope it's on for 20, 30, 40 years, because I really enjoy watching it. But I hope everybody has a great week. And we will see you next week. And maybe I'll have some good bowling news from the Wycliffe bowling team. And maybe I will be able to, don't forget, next Friday we'll be covering the Willoughby South swim meet. So I hope everybody has a great week. And who knows, maybe I'll see you somewhere around Fairmount Crest.